Every time the girl next door took a shower, I'd sneak up to the roof to watch. I used to keep it all under wraps, but this time I not only bragged about it, I straight up showed up at her door to mess with her. No way, bro, haha, this dude is wild. See, in this era where a woman's chastity is worth more than her life, her reputation is everything. Why would you do this to me? And just like I planned, the girl had no choice but to marry me to protect her name. But what I never saw coming was that on our wedding night, she swapped her toast wine for pesticide. That night, I couldn't sleep at all. When I saw her body, it hit me all at once. I finally woke up, and I carried that regret all the way to my grave. But when I opened my eyes again, I was back, the exact day I'd spied on her. You little punk, as far as I'm concerned, I don't have a son like you. Get the hell out of my sight. Don't come back and disgrace this family. I've been reborn, back to the very day I spied on Lin Qinghan. Good thing it's not too late. Lin Qinghan, I swear I will never make the same mistakes again. But if I run back and try to explain right now, nobody's gonna believe me. I gotta prove it through my actions. First things first though, I need to figure out how to eat. Good thing I learned from an old sea diver in my past life. Finding seafood shouldn't be too hard. Pretty quickly I spotted a shallow underwater cave. I reached in lightning fast and yanked out a thick brownish yellow sea eel. Heck yeah, that's what I call a hot start. System. Marine creature successfully captured. Hanhai system activated. Core functions unlocked. CPAC 01. Tide points 0. Beginner quest. Process and consume target sea eel to restore stamina. Reward, Poly 5 tide points. I mean, I already got reincarnated. Having a system on top of that? Not that weird, honestly. I sliced off a chunk of the white eel meat and shoved it in my mouth. Bro, this tastes absolutely horrible. I remember there's a seafood buying station nearby that buys straight from fishermen. The rest of this eel should fetch a decent price. System, tiger patterned sea eel consumed. Basic survival secured. +2 tide points. Current tide points, 5. So it seems like anything tied to tide harvesting builds up my tide points. Only thing is, I have no idea what they're actually for yet. Whatever, the tide just went out. Perfect timing. Let me go find some more seafood. I crouched down and carefully combed through the gaps in the exposed reef. As time passed, memories from my past life came flooding back, and my hands moved with a kind of muscle memory that was bone deep. Caught 5 oysters, +1 tide point. Caught 1 EONLB of clams, +1 tide point. Caught 3 rock crabs, +1 tide point. That's about all I can get from this spot. Time to go sell. The buying station sat next to a small dock with a short line out front. My ragged look and the dried blood on my face immediately drew some stares. Hey kid, what you selling? Small stuff goes over to the walk-in counter. I didn't say a word, just slapped that tiger eel right on the table. That's a nice-sized tiger eel, wild caught. Just pulled it out of a reef crack right after low tide. 7 pounds, 2 ounces. Grade A, 130 a pound. Total comes to 9 to 36. What about all these smaller ones? Can you give me a price for the whole lot? These aren't worth much altogether, 1024. As I took the cash, my rough hands were slightly sweating. System. First tide harvest transaction complete. Basic currency system unlocked. +2 tide points. Cash in hand, I headed straight to the village general store. Let me get a pack of grain crackers and a roll of red yarn. Sure thing. Around here, if a man wants to apologize or propose after something like this, he has to show up with something red. This yarn is literally the only thing I can afford right now. Even if it's walking through hell, I have to go. For the girl whose life I destroyed, I am not backing down. I walked up to Lin Qinghan's house, red yarn in hand. Dad, please don't go looking for him. I've accepted it. Accepted it? I'll break his legs. That punk from the Chen family. I've never had beef with anyone my whole life, but I'm done with Chen Gensheng. We are not done. In my past life, it was exactly this kind of despair that drove Lin Qinghan to her death. I can't let that happen again. I took a deep breath and knocked on that old, beat-up wooden door. Who is it? Uncle Hazy, it's me, Chen Shiju. You little punk, you actually showed your face here? I'll kill you! Linda Hai raised his club. I didn't dodge. I dropped straight to my knees right there in the doorway. Even in his rage, that stopped him cold. Uncle, I wronged Qinghan. Beat me to death if you want. I won't fight back, but please, just hear me out. I swear on my life, the piece of trash I used to be is dead and gone. I came here today to ask you and Qinghan for one chance. I bought this with money I earned tide harvesting today. I know it's nothing, but from here on out, I'll use my own 2 hands to give Qinghan a good life. Take your stupid yarn and get out. Qinghan would rather die alone than be with someone like you. Linda Hai slammed the door in my face. I knelt out there for a solid quarter hour, until Lin Qinghan's muffled crying slowly faded. Guess I barely made it through today. I quietly got up, set that roll of red yarn gently on the doorstep, and left. On the way, I picked up a machete, a small coil of nylon rope, and some coarse salt. Then I wove 2 crab traps and dropped them in the deep water. System. 2 basic crab traps crafted and deployed. +5 tide points. Current tide points, 15. System. Tide points reached 10. Hanhai Eye unlocked. Faintly sensed special life signatures or high-value marine targets within 10 meters. The next second, a cool tingle washed over my eyes. I instinctively looked over at a damp crack in the reef. A deep red sea anemone was clinging right there. Ha ha ha! With this ability, tide harvesting just got a whole lot easier. The crab traps need time to do their thing. Better head home and rest. Come check on them first thing tomorrow. I dragged my tired body back toward home, but the second I pushed open the front door... You little punk, you really came back? Dad, wait, I was wrong. I know I was wrong. I really do. Wrong, how? You dragged the entire Chen family through the mud. Qinghan is such a good girl. How am I supposed to face anyone now? Dad, I was out of my mind. I had no business spying on Qinghan like that. Dad, give me one more chance. The old me, that screw up is dead. I swear from now on, I'm gonna live right and make something of myself. I'm going to make up for what I did. My old man stared deep into my eyes, and what he used to see there, that slick, shifty look, was gone. What replaced it was something almost frighteningly certain. Slowly, he lowered the club. Dad, please stop hitting my brother. Brother, you're bleeding from your head! My little sister was the only one in my past life who still cared about me. At my lowest point, it was her food rations that barely kept me alive. Just thinking about it sent a wave of warmth and guilt through me. Xiao Kao, go back inside. Stay out of this. Get in there and clean yourself up. You look like a mess. Dad, where's Mom? Where do you think... She went to Wanzi Beach. It's the 15th today. Oh no. In my past life, Mom went out on this exact day to gather seafood. And because she refused to spend money on food, she got dizzy from hunger. And almost got swept away by the tide. I gotta go. Now. I'm going to Wanzi Beach to find Mom. You're just gonna make things worse. Don't go stirring up more trouble. I know I've been a screw-up, but I actually know how to work the tides. I'll help. I won't cause any problems for Mom. Forget it, Dad. I'm going. We'll talk when I get back.